The first time Elias Mercado saw Mara Alves, the ocean was gray. Not the poetic gray of storms or the romantic gray of old paintings, but the dull, tired gray of a sky that hadn't decided whether it wanted to rain or forgive the world. Elias was sitting on the edge of the pier in San Isidro, dangling his feet above the water, pretending he wasn't waiting for anything. He'd come here every afternoon since returning from the city, telling himself he just liked the quiet. The truth was harder. He didn't know what else to do with the silence that followed failure. He heard footsteps behind him, soft, careful, the kind that belonged to someone who didn't want to disturb a stranger's thoughts. "You're in my spot," a voice said. He turned. She was holding a pair of worn sandals in one hand and a book in the other. Her hair was tied loosely, like she'd tried and then given up halfway. There was salt on her skin, sunlight in her eyes, and something about her presence that felt unexpected, as if the world had added a new color and forgotten to tell him. "Sorry," Elias said, already standing. "Didn't know it was reserved." She smiled, but not unkindly. "It isn't. I just say that when I want someone to move." He laughed before he could stop himself. And just like that, the ocean didn't look so gray anymore. They ended up sitting together anyway. Mara stretched her legs across the pier, toes just brushing the water. Elias leaned back on his hands, the wood warm beneath him. They didn't talk at first. The sea filled the space between them like it was meant to be there. "Elias," he finally said. She glanced at him. "What?" "My name." "Mara," she replied. He tried it silently. Mara. It felt like something the wind would say. She told him she'd lived in San Isidro her whole life. He told her he had run away from it and then come back with nothing to show for the journey. She didn't ask what had failed. Somehow, that made him want to tell her everything. They watched the sky slowly turn gold. "This is my favorite time of day," she said. "Because of the sunset?" She shook her head. "Because for a few minutes, everything forgives everything." He didn't know why, but those words stayed with him long after the sun was gone. They met again the next day. And the next. Soon, Elias began measuring time in Maras. How many Maras until morning? How many Maras until he heard her laugh? How many Maras until the world made sense again? She read him poetry. He taught her how to skip stones. They spoke about dreams the way people do when they're brave enough to believe in them. One evening, as the moon climbed out of the sea, she said, "What scares you most?" He didn't answer right away. "Losing something I don't even know I have yet," he finally said. Mara looked at him differently after that, not like a stranger, not like a friend, but like someone standing on the edge of a story. If you want to know the rest of the story, considering liking and hit that subscribe button and comment which part do you like.